And you're listening to 2GLF 89.3 FM. Welcome back to the Relationship Whisperer Show with Miss Dragonfly, where we discuss all things relationships with the aim to make marriage great again. And now, today we'll have a little different of a show. And, with my shows, of course, it is a relationship show. So issues around love, marriage, and also men and women are what we discuss about. But an extension of that is also society, and changes in society does change people and change the culture, and so it will change relationship dynamics. And previously, recently, we've just had changes in NSA vibes through the recent elections in the US. And as I said before in my previous show, that it's been really yin for at least the last 10 years, at least in the West, that has really flipped and become very yin. And as I say, you actually need a balance for society to work, just as in anything, not just society, even relationships as well. You actually have to have the yang and the yin. It'll get balance for things to work. And as I explained before, and when you just imagine you have a workplace all full of men, it's just totally yang and there are problems. On the flip side, when you have a workplace full of women, you have other problems. And I think anyone who's worked in either of those two environments would know exactly what I mean. You can't have all yang and you can't have all yin. Or you can't have one favoring one more than the other. You need both, and you need a balance of both. And so it's just like when you put men and women together, have them mixed in a workplace, then everyone just seems to automatically behave themselves, don't they? It's actually quite comical when you're actually watching it and seeing it. But, every time you don't see other men or women really playing up when women getting bitchy or men getting so, violent. When, the two sexes meet. And so it's the two forces of energy. And so, like I said, we've had a very yin environment in culture in the last 10 years at least. I saw a really big shift. And so now it's kind of like shifting back. Okay, I mean, the masculine, because of after the US elections, there's kind of like been a revival in masculinity. Like masculinity was being put down and it was labeled toxic, any masculinity as toxic masculinity. Then it's kind of like this, and you know what? Masculinity is okay. People are finally realizing it's okay to accept the masculine. I think, duh, you need both. Okay, so it seems like it's reviving, and it should be allowed to progress until we get to the middle, so we can achieve the balance, because that's reality. That's what we need.